this is yet another video that shows me that there's some deep, deep trouble within Uber, right? They got involved in so many different things. We spoke about this in great length. They didn't concentrate on transport, exclusively on transport and build that out. They're falling way behind with driverless cars. They're trying to get rid of, the entire part of their business on Elevate, the aerial transportation. They just went in so many different directions, and now that they need the money, and you can see they're desperate, they're selling off. And if you look at the stock, it briefly went up to, like I always said, it hovers mid-30s. It briefly went up to 36, 37, but already back down to $33. This stock is just not moving. People have lost confidence in it, right? So the company is apparently eager to jettison unprofitable business divisions. Uber is looking to get out of the aerial taxi and delivery business. A report published in Axios Friday, citing multiple sources, said the ride-sharing giant is seeking strategic alternatives for its Uber Elevate unit. I also made a video yesterday that they letting a whole bunch of engineers go again in the US, and that they substituting them with cheaper jobs overseas in India, right? So you can see wherever they can, they're desperate to free up money. Why? Because their rideshare division has literally fallen apart. Elevate is the company's aerial technologies unit. It aims to put air taxis and drones to work, delivering people and food. None of these services exist yet, of course, so the division is a cost center at the moment, according to Axios. Elevate currently employs around 80 people. Only 80 people, right? And then they come out and make this massive statement, oh, they're going to get off the ground by the 2023, right? They'll get Elevate off the ground. 1 week later, they're trying to get rid of this division. So on the Elevate website, Uber writes ambitiously that it is developing shared air transportation plan for 2023 between suburbs and cities, and ultimately within cities. It adds that though its tech partners, it plans to operate fleets of small electric vertical takeoff and landing, VTOL, aircraft in Los Angeles, Dallas, and Melbourne, Australia. The company does not specify how far along, if it is, in the goal. So they put out these lofty numbers just to try and keep the investors happy. The investors saw what happened with the driverless division. It completely fell apart. They're 2.5 billion in the hole. They said it would be off the ground in 2019. Didn't happen. Had that accident, killed a person in Arizona, and they fell so far behind Waymo, far behind Zoosk, Amazon. It's a failing company, right? The only thing that I hope that is existing drivers that are still making money, or Uber Eats delivery people that are still making money, just milk it while you can, because this Titanic, as you can see, is going down. A subunit called Uber Copter is housed in Elevate. It launched last year with a helicopter shuttle service for well-heeled commuters, flying them between Lower Manhattan and JFK Airport in Queens. The company suspended the service after the coronavirus outbreak. There is no indication of when Uber plans to restart it. According to Axios, Elevate's lack of revenue, folks, is the key reason why it's being considered for a divestment. This reflects Uber CEO Dara Khosrowshahi's obsession with achieving profitability. But look, he can obsess about profitability as much as he wants. Dara Khosrowshahi is a weak leader, a weak CEO. He's taken on too much. He's just put too much on his plate, and it's falling apart, right? Especially pandemic's definitely not helping him. But I see the stock going down and down and down. It's a no-win situation, as evidenced by partial sales of Uber's money-losing freight. So they also, they're selling off freight, they're selling off Elevate, they're shipping out jobs to India. These are all indicators, and it obviously reflects in the stock. Went down to 33, that the company is hurting, right? And the self-driving units, right? As I've mentioned, that's tanking as well. It's not known whether Uber is in talks with any potential investors about Elevate's strategic alternatives. The article also did not mention a potential price for the unit in the event of a sale. If they can find a buyer, right? And again, there's all beautiful, lofty ideas and pictures. Look, it's still so far off. But what Dara Khosrowshahi needs to learn is to speak the truth. Speak to the truth to the drivers, to the public, to the investors, to the mom and pop. We're hurting. This is what we're doing. But don't come out with all these big lofty promises. Oh, we'll get this done by 2019. We'll get this done by 2023. Because that doesn't materialize. That doesn't materialize. That doesn't materialize. That is sold off. That is sold off. You can see, boom, down goes the stock. Your thoughts, please. Now, a brief shout out to my sponsors. They actually work hand in hand. The one is Kover, Kover. There it is, for starting at $7 a month. Protects you within all of these gig companies. You have your auto insurance, your medical insurance, and you go and get yourself a gig protection plan. God forbid something goes wrong or you get deactivated. They kick in with legal rideshare and get you back in the game. If you end up having an accident, you're in the hospital, your car's in the workshop, right? They cover 80% of your salary. And why this partnership is so well between Kover and legal rideshare. Like, let's say you do end up in the hospital. I was in the hospital for a very, very bad injury. Now, it had nothing to do with a car accident, right? But it could have, right? It could have easily been rear-ended or slammed in the side. It's happened to many, many drivers. So not only are you being protected by Kover, getting 80% of your salary, but they can also go after sue for wage losses, right? Sue the opposite driver's insurance company, because a rideshare driver who cannot drive is a rideshare driver who cannot earn. And legal rideshare helps ensure clients recover every penny of lost income after a crash. The same goes for your car. Your car might be totaled. Get the money back. You end up with a really, really bad injury. You can't afford paying $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 to fix an operation, right? To pay for that operation, fix broken bones in your body. You need a company like Legal Rideshare to go after the insurance company, to go after the person that smashed into you and get your monies back. So these things are really, really important if you're in this type of business, is that you make sure that you're covered on all ends. Because the truth is, things can go wrong. We pray that they never do go wrong, but it takes one idiot on a cell phone to slam into the back of you or into the side of you. Have a great day, and please feel free to comment.